Thank you. Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, the ACDP notes with concern that the reduction in the budget allocation by 509 million rand for this financial year. And clearly, the department will need to reprioritize their plans to ensure that the rehabilitation of offenders and safe custody of inmates is not compromised by this reduction. Now, the department, or more particularly G4S, was in the news for all the wrong reasons following the brazen escape of Thabo Bester after fake suicide, which only came to light earlier this year, despite taking place in May last year. Once the DNA and postmortem reports were available in June already last year, it was very clear that Bester had not died in the fire, but had conspired with G4S officials in an elaborate escape plan under the guise of a fake suicide. The ACDP and many others were deeply concerned that the public, and in particular rape victims, were not advised that a serial rapist and murderer had escaped. And it appears that there's no policy in place. Imagine if rape victims had seen Bester walking about in public when he was supposed to be serving a prison sentence. The lack of action from May last year to March this year, despite credible evidence available, placed the lives of vulnerable women and children at risk. The inspecting Judge Cameron explained that JIX had tried its best to expedite SAP's, G4S and DCS investigations, but very little was done. Investigations seem to have only been expedited after overwhelming evidence provided by ground-up journalists. Judge Cameron had warned that this will be a catastrophe for the whole administration of justice. A notorious felon can get out of a maximum prison. What does it say about the criminal justice system? The ACDP agrees. Honorable Minister, you correctly apologized to the nation for this serious lapse. And once tracking and tracing were eventually commenced this year, Bester and his accomplices were arrested. As more information emerges, the ACDP trusts that all those corrupt G4S officials who facilitated this escape will face the full force of the law. And we commend those investigators who successfully prevented the removal of the burnt body, who we now know is that of Mr. Katlego Bareng. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family at this very sad time. Lastly, House Chair, the ACDP is fully aware of severe overcrowding at many of the correctional sentences. We visited Colesberg. There's an awaiting trial detainee that owed 100 Rand, Deputy Minister, in bail. We spoke to the judicial officer late and he said that will be reassessed. But clearly, that is costing the department 350 Rand per day. And a lot more needs to be done to address awaiting trial prisoners. We believe that that can result in a cost saving to the department. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member.